Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my July TBR. All the books I hope to read for the month of July. I have quite a few buddy reads, as well as the Quest-A-Thon read-a-thon by Sahar at Basically Bookish Reads. You can find her in my description box along with her announcement for the read-a-thon if you're interested in joining. It is a fantasy-based read-a-thon based around the Lord of the Rings, I believe, and I am Team Hobbits. I'm very excited to participate in that. And as always, I am following Stephanie Bookverse's roles for TBR Star Hop as well. So we get a lot of things going on. She will also be in my description box. If you don't want spoilers for the amount of books and the prompts, be sure to head over and watch her July TBR Star Hop before coming back to finish this video. But before hopping into it, if you're new here, hello, my name is Emily. This is MacInnis Mama, and on this channel you'll mostly find bookish content as well as some gardening content, especially now that we are in the summer months. I love my vegetable garden and flowers as well as reading. So if that's something that interests you, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And now let's hop into all the books I want to read in the month of July. Okay, to start off, I am going to do my TBR Star Hop rolls. And once again, if you don't want to be spoiled for Stephanie's rolls and want to see her playing her TBR game, please be sure to head over to Stephanie's channel, linked down below. Emmett's going to talk over me every time I open my mouth. He needs a nap now? Yeah. Okay. You take good care of your turtle. Please head over to Stephanie's channel to watch her video first. You can see her playing her game, going along the board, see if it's mean or nice before heading back over here. I just think it's fun to follow along with the rolls. It gives me a challenge and gets me out of my reading rut, and I just think it's fun. So I'm now going to hop into what the rolls were. So first roll was a new to me author, so an author I've never read before. For this, I'm putting in Legends and Lattes by Travis. It starts with a B. I will pop in a picture. I can't remember. I should have wrote it down. This was Stephanie's Patreon, one of two Patreon buddy reads for last month. However, I didn't get a chance to get to it, though I did buy it on Kindle, and I'm very excited about this. This is a cozy fantasy. I think I'm absolutely going to love this book. It's about an orc, I believe, who is tired of fighting and wars and killing and all these things, so they decide to open a cafe. It is adult high fantasy, but low stakes, and I think it's going to be so great. I think cozy fantasy is a subgenre that I may really enjoy. Roll number 2 was a nonfiction. I don't read enough nonfiction. I honestly should read more. However, just on the off chance, I actually have a nonfiction out from the library right now, which is The Montessori Toddler, A Parent's Guide to Raising a Curious and Responsible Human Being. I have 3 boys. I am trying to be a more gentle parent, and I've also been really intrigued specifically by Montessori play. And I've been getting more toys like that, less of the flashing lights, obnoxious toys that can only really be used in one way. I've also incorporated like a toy rotation, things like that. This isn't a parenting channel, but it says turn a regular home into a Montessori home and become a more mindful, attentive, and easygoing parent. And that describes what I want my parenting style to be, basically. So I'm just trying to read and learn more, and I'm excited to get into this. I'm just looking to broaden my parental toolbox, if you will. So luckily, I had a nonfiction out from the library, and it is under 300 pages. So I think this is one I'm going to kind of like pick throughout the month, but I will eventually need to return it to the library, so it needs to be a priority anyways. Roll number 3. She had a free pick in here somewhere, so I just skipped that. I didn't write that down. But prompt number 3 was niece pick for Stephanie, and I switched that to son pick. And Max was away with my mom for the weekend, and so I had Wyatt and Emmett home with me. So to be fair, I let them both pick a book, which they thought was really fun. So first, I laid out like all of the options, all the books I had out from the library, all of the books that I Kind of like wanting to read in the summer months. There was a lot. I spread it across the couch, 2 layers. Anyways, Emmett picked out this bright, fun book because of course he did. Emmett is 2. His eye was drawn to these bright colors. I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. I just bought this very recently, and I think it's going to be the perfect summer romance. I'm so excited. I haven't read any of Emily Henry's books before, but I wanted to start with Beach Read, then read People We Meet on Vacation, and then read Book Lovers, her 3 newest work, I believe. And in this story, we are following 2 authors, and I think they both have like writer's block. Is this the one where they agree to finish each other's book? And it's obviously a love story. I can't remember. Either way, I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a super fun time and a quick read. And then Wyatt chose the complete opposite of that. Yes? He picked When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller that is supposed to be very scary, but also have a lot of like commentary on society and racism. And so this is a thriller set in Brooklyn where there's a bunch of new condos being built. A lot of things are popping up for sale, and a whole bunch of white people are moving in to this neighborhood, and it gets to be like, where are her neighbors going? Are they moving away or are they disappearing? So when does coincidence become conspiracy? Where do people go when gentrification pushes them out? Can Sydney and Theo trust each other or themselves long enough to find out before they too disappear? And I'm very excited to read this one. I think it's going to be a great summertime thriller. Number 4 was a mood read, so I am just leaving that open right now. And 5, the spinner wheel, was a free pick. And for that, I am reading Fire Falling, which by Elise Kova, which is the second book in the Air Awakens series. This is a fantasy romance series available on KU. And we read Air Awakens for the Patreon Buddy Read in May, right? And I gave it 3 stars. It's fine. It's elemental magic, and we have our main character, Vala Jarl. I really struggle to say her name like out loud. And she is a library apprentice, and something happens, some magical things happen. She gets tied in to royalty. There's politics and war. It's kind of very standard. It's supposed to be new adult. It's reading pretty YA. The reason I'm reading this is I am still, I'm going to cover these up, trying to complete mini TBR Star Hop for the 48-hour readathon. However, it's been over a week and I keep hitting the black holes and being sent to the beginning. I have to keep starting again. Here's a hint of how many books I've been reading. And when you hit the wormhole, you randomize a book or a series, and I got Fire Falling on July 1st. I'm filming this on the 3rd, and I did my TBR yesterday, so I was like, okay, free pick. I'm just going to fit this on since I'm currently reading it in July for this. And because there's only 5 books plus a mood read on TBR Star Hop, that leaves a lot of open space for me to read, and I have no idea what this is going to give me. My priority for July is to finish this first, like make it through to the end finally. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do that. Like I am stuck in mini TBR Star Hop purgatory. I just, keep getting sent to the beginning. I never make it to the end. So I'm going to try and do that first and foremost. And I just added this as my free pick to help out. Now there are 3 other books that I really, really want/need to get to in the month of July. First is Ruin by John Gwynne. This is the 3rd book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. And I am so excited to get to this, but it is huge. It is 750 pages and high epic fantasy, grimdark-ish. It's not like super dark, but there are darker themes in here. Obviously, I can't go into what the 3rd book is going to be about, but in this, there is a big prophecy of a black sun and a bright star, something like that. And there's gods and giants and giant creatures and lots of war, lots of politics. I am loving this series so much. I gave Malice 4.5 stars. I gave Valor 5 stars. So I'm very eager to get to this. Though they're huge, they read super quickly. But like I said, my priority is making it through mini TBR Star Hop right now. So this is going to have to wait till after that. Secondly, I'm holding Guild by Raven Kennedy, but I want to read both Glint and Gleam to catch up with Sahar's Fan Row book club. Again, Sahar is basically bookish reads, and she is hosting the Quest-A-Thon this month, and I was supposed to read Glint in June and I didn't get around to it. And then Gleam is the July buddy read for the book club. And this is a King Midas retelling fantasy romance series, also available on KU. That's how I will be reading it. And I'm very excited to continue. I gave Guild 4 stars. There are trigger warnings that you should check if you have sensitivities to look into, specifically sexual assault in this series. We're following Oren, who is like King Midas's prized or favored concubine, basically, and she is entirely gilded. She is a golden person, and she's kept in a golden cage in the golden castle. And I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of like political intrigue and stuff in this series. I thought it'd be like a little more lighter and fluffy, but it has some darker themes, which is actually like my preference. So I'm very excited to continue the series and hope to read the next 2. As I briefly mentioned, in July, Quest-A-Thon is running, which is a fantasy inspired readathon where you follow a journey and you have to read for the prompts in order. But each is like a bingo board, and you just need to fulfill 2 prompts per station, and you can combine prompts for a book. So it's pretty much like you can almost fit in anything to the prompts, but you do need to read them in order. So the first stop is the weapons, and my weapon of choice is the bow and arrow, so I can skip the Instagram crises. I do have Instagram. It's linked down below, but it is not a bookstagram. So, and I don't want to be posting bookstagram style content like that on there. So I'm just going to forego those. And to do that, I need the bow and arrow as my weapon. Again, I'm Team Hobbits, like I mentioned. Let me know if you would like me to do a reading vlog for that. Right now I'm vlogging for TBR Star Hop, but after that I can do a Quest-A-Thon vlog and just catch up. But I am reading Fire Falling for that as well, because I was able to fit it into the prompts. So this works for a backlist title, which is a title published for 2022. This was published in 2015, and it has a cool weapon in here, and the cool weapon is an axe that can sever anything, including someone's soul. So I haven't got to that part, but it was hinted at, so I was like, okay, it matches cool weapon and backlist. That is going to work for my weapons. I haven't really checked out the other bingo boards, but I'm sure I can find things that work. Oh, and there is a 4th add-on. Gallant by V.E. Schwab is the Patreon buddy read for July for Stephanie Bookverse. I have added myself to the list for the audiobook from my library, but I don't know if I will be able to get that. But again, I'm repeating myself, mini TBR Star Hop needs to get completed first, and that is like, it just gives me prompts as I go along the board. I can't pre-roll, so after I'm done Fire Falling, I'll roll the dice again, see what I get, and I really hope that I can fit these books on there. I also have quite a few novellas and graphic novels out from the library or available to me via KU, etc., to try and get through the board faster. So I'm trying to fit as many short reads on that board as possible. But before the last wormhole that sent me back to the beginning, I had an over 500 page book. So I read Crooked Kingdom. Like, it's slowing me down. And Crooked Kingdom wasn't on any TBR. It wasn't on my radar to read anytime soon at all. So it's a little bit tricky, but this video has gone on way too long. How many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 9 priorities to read in the month of July. I think I can do it. I hope to read more than that. Now that it's summer vacation, I just want to read outside in the sunshine all of the time. Let me know in the comments down below what books you plan on reading in the month of July. Did you join Quest-A-Thon? What team are you? Or, I mean, check it out. It might be something that would be fun to do. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!